Hello guys, you're welcome to Basic 4. This Basic 4 is a building block to your success in technical analysis. If you have not been following this class, I advise you go back to other basics which you have treated earlier on before you jump into this class. This class will help you to understand how to read the forex chart. So in this class, I will need you to pay maximum attention to everything that we are going to talk about here. In this basic, we are going to discuss about pips and how to calculate pips. We talk about orders, we talk about stop loss, we talk about lot size and risk management. Then we talk about trade execution. That's how you place your trade on your phone or your laptop. Then we talk about lot size. Lot size is how you manage your trade against losses. The trade is going against you, even if you are not in the market. Then the stop loss stops you from losing money. So these are things that we're going to talk about, a lot of things, and this basic is going to involve a little mathematics in it. So that's why I say you have to pay attention to it. If you've not been understanding other basics, I think you should do well by going back to those basics that you've not been understanding, or you send an email to me at collinsalumeze@gmail.com. Immediately I see it, I will reply to you as fast as possible. So in this basic, I would like to remind you one thing before we progress. And the thing I want to remind you is for you to bear in mind that you're a student that is learning a skill that will pay you for the rest of your life. So pay attention to whatever we are going to discuss in this basic and make sure you follow every step that we do. If you are analyzing anything, do it on your own. That is the only way that you will learn everything that we are teaching. Remember, this course is meant to guide you and walk you through in forex so that you'll be able to trade for yourself. So now we are going to look into what pip is. What is pip? In our daily transition, we usually measure our movement based on kilometers. For example, if you are moving from Lagos to Abuja, you would like to know how many kilometers will you drive from Lagos to Abuja. Also, if you want to drive from Enugu to Anambra State or to Lagos or to Abuja, would like to know how many kilometers will it take me, how many hours will it take me to get to that place. So in forex, if market is moving from one point to the other, we don't refer to it as kilometers, we refer to the movement as what? Pips. So pips refer to the movement of currency from one exchange rate to the other. This is referred to as the unit of measurement to express the change in value between two currencies. For example, if Euro USD moves from 1.1050 to 1.1051, that 0.001 added to the movement or the change in value is referred to as 1 pip. As currency rates changes, they move in units of measurement referred to as pips. So let me walk you through the chart so that you understand how all these things work. Here are what we refer to as exchange rate. So the movement of this market, if it is moving up or if it is coming down, the movement of this market is what we refer to as what? Pips. So if it moves up and it comes down, the movement of the market, instead of calling it kilometer, just like telling someone you are moving from, let me say, someone moving from here, which is Enugu, to this particular point, which is Lagos, So you will say how many kilometers will it take from this point to this point. So to find out how many kilometers you to take from here, exactly from here to this point, is in human beings transition is referred to as kilometer. But as the foreign exchange market moves, you refer to this as what? Pips. The movement of what? Candlestick, or the movement of price or the movement of market from one exchange rate to the other. So if the market is moving, you see this expression of what? Exchange rate changing values, moving up and moving down. So this movement is what we refer to as pips. So guys, let's take a more practical example so that you understand this pip very well. So let's look at a market, let's say GBP USD. Let's go to that market, the GBP USD. So this is GBP USD, and what we want to check is how many pips will it take us, or how many pips will it take the market to move from this place, this current exchange rate here where the market is. this particular place. How many pips will it take the market to move from this particular place it is to this particular point at this place now? So that's what we want to check, to see how many pips, just like saying how many kilometers will it take it to move from one end point, from one point to the other. So we want to check how many pips it will take this market to move from this place to this extreme. So what we are going to do is we get these two numbers. Here is the entry point. Here is where we are going to enter the market. Remember, we are entering this market as buy, meaning that we are expecting this market to go up to this particular point. So here is our exit. If the market reaches here, we are leaving the trade. So how many pips will it take us if this market move from here to this particular point? We take our entrance, here is our entry point, which is what? 1.30362. So what we do is what? We take 1.30362 as our entrance. Then our exit is what? This particular point here, and we are taking 1.31220. So what we will now do is we will deduct this our exit from our what? We deduct our entrance from our exit. So what it means is that we now subtract 1.30362 from 1.31220. That's what we are going to do. We subtract our entrance from our exit. Whatever we get by subtracting our entrance from our exit, we now have to do what? We now have to move it to 4 decimal places. I repeat again, to get how many pips the market will move from this particular point to this point, what we do is we just subtract our entrance, this is our entrance, 0.30362, from our exit, which is what? 0.31220. We subtract it from it. The number that we will now get, we just simply move it to what? To 4 decimal places. So this is what we will now get if we move it to 4 decimal places. Let me repeat this thing again. In this our GBP USD, this is our exit point, this is our entry point. So what we did to get the pips is we just took what? The digits of our entry. This is where we enter the market, and this is where we are looking at to exit the market. So we deduct the entry point from the exit point, and that is what gave us 0.00858. So when we deduct the exits from the entry, when we deduct the entry, from the exit, we get 0.00858. In this 0.00858, we now move it to what? 4 decimal places. That's count the 0, move the point to 4 decimal places. That which will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will now be 85.8. In this 85.8, this is the pip, 85 pips, 85.8 pips. That is what we got in it. So the market moving from this point, this our point, to another point means that it has moved what? 85 pips. So if the market moves from this point, this particular place it is, and up to this particular place, that's we are exiting here, we entered here to exit here, that means it has taken what? 85.8 pips. So another way to check this pip without stressing yourself is when you take in your laptop, when you take your crosshair, see what I picked here, taking my mouse to this particular place, this is called crosshair. If I bring it to this place, this is crosshair. In this crosshair now, I will click on it. It will now give this kind of what? Demarcation here. So if I bring it to this place, this is where I want to measure. I want to measure from here to this particular place the market is. And we click it this place. I will click it here, hold and drag to the particular point I want to measure. So I will click hold and then drag it to that particular place. The digits it will give me are here. So you will see that the first digit here in it is what? 38, which means it will take 38 candlesticks for the market to reach this particular place. and it will take what? 85.8. That is what? 85 pips. You don't count the last digit. So the last digit is what is referred to as pipet. We don't do anything with it. It's just like saying kobo, 100 naira, 1 kobo, or something like that. So in forest we call it pipet. So at this point, I have dragged it. I picked the crosshair from here and then put the crosshair here. Had to drag it from this entry to this exit point. It will automatically give me what? The first number it will give me is what? 38, and then the second digit it will give me 38 slash 85 8. So the last digit we don't count is the 8 is called pipet. This 85 shows that it is 85 what? Pips. At what exchange rate? As the exchange rate of what? 0.31213. So, and that is the same thing that we have in this our calculation. So that is the same thing that we have in this our calculation. That's the way you calculate what? Pips. In module 2, we are going to talk about others. But for now, take your time and practice this pip and how to calculate pips that we just learned. See you in the next class.